Hi, it's Tesla time. I know this is a bit old, it's from a month ago, but anyway, it did pop up on my radar and I thought, I'm going to look into this because it could be interesting. Let's check it out. So I found this through a Thunderfoot post on Twitter, but it ended up being like all over Twitter, laughing his ass off. Elon Musk unveils the fifth mode of transport. It carries more people than a loop, faster than the fastest Hyperloop, the diesel train. And in normal Musk fashion, plays dubstep and puts LED lights on it in the hope no one will notice. And this is in response to a Tesla Europe post where the new Gigafactory in Berlin now has its own train shuttle taking employees to the factory because they've got like 10,000 people working there. Anyway, it's capable of moving 400 people per ride, has up to 60 rides per day apparently, and let's check it out. Low, funky, look at this. Whoa, pulsating LED lights. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, look at this, playing some dubstep. And there's solar panels on the roof. Look at that. And there's the new Gigafactory. Isn't it cool? So I actually just offhandedly responded with those solar panels on the roof of the station could have powered an electric battery train. Yes, because it's insanely ironic and hilarious that Tesla, famous for, of course, battery electric vehicles, the Gigafactory itself is a battery factory. And they're using a diesel-powered train to shuttle people back and forth. Oh. But hey, they did put solar panels on the roof of the station, as they've also got solar panels on the roof of the Gigafactory. I presume they're Tesla solar panels? Now, as it turns out, I've actually been on one of the world's first battery electric trains, or at least the ones that commuted. It's up in Byron Bay here in Australia, and I visited this. And they took some old red rattler carriages from like the 1950s, and they put some solar panels on top and a battery storage solution in them, and they actually put a solar panel array. It looks like a 30 kilowatt system. Anyway, I'll link in the video if you haven't seen it, and it's just shuttles passengers like 5 kilometers back and forth or something like that. It's just a touristy thing. It doesn't, do anything else. But anyway, it was cool. It's a battery-powered electric train. And I spoke to the people running it there, and this system was actually net positive energy. So the solar panel on the roof, and they had some extra batteries here, it would actually store enough energy to actually power all the tourist trips on this train. So I thought, look at this. It's a big station with all these solar panels. Could they actually power a battery electric train? I mean, surely Tesla would have thought of this, right? They would have thought, oh yeah, let's have a battery electric train. And they decided, nah, it's not going to work or whatever. And we need a diesel electric train. And then just we'll whack some LED lights on and put some, have a DJ there with some dubstep music and way, unveiling of their diesel electric train. So surely you'd think Tesla have gone, yeah, nah, on the battery electric train, or at least an electric train. But as you'll see, the rail system that they've got there does not have the overhead catenary line system to actually power a regular electric train. Yes, this train is electric, but it's diesel electric. So it's got electric motors, but it's diesel powered. Anyway, here it is here. And I like trains. So I'm going to run the numbers on, could they have actually gone with a battery electric train here? Let's find out. Now, this Bobby Dazzler here is a NEB VT731, and it goes to Erkner Station. You can actually see it there. Now, this is actually, it was built in 2006, because I've done all the research here. Thank you very much, Tesla. My invoice will be in the mail. Now, this particular diesel electric logo is a Bombardier Talent. In fact, that's the older model, and there's the new Bombardier Talent 2 here. So that was manufactured from 2011 to present. As you'll see, it looks like it's a Talent 1 train because this was manufactured in 2006. Here you go, VT731 to 738. So they made 9 of these puppies in 2006. So Tesla have got themselves an old diesel, fine diesel electric loco here. And yeah, they're running it on their own line. Now, I've got this MSM article here. Tesla does actually own the track, which goes to this, or at least part of it anyway, which it acquired from the German Regional Railway Group in January 2022. So it apparently does 60 times a day, Monday to Friday, every 40 minutes. So that's important for our calculations, bringing over 1,500 people directly to the facility at each change of shift. And both employees and citizens can ride on it for free. Beauty. Leave it in the comments down below, please. One of my viewers is bound to live nearby. Take the train. It's a freebie. Post a video. And there's this video which I'll link from Tobias Lind here. He actually went through on the day here and like shows you the whole thing. You know, shows you at night, does some drone shots, and they actually show some on the ends of the panel, giant LCDs show the actual factory in operation. I guess maybe they got a live feed, or is it just that looks stock footage? That's not live feed. That's just promo stuff at the end of it. Anyway, very funky, right? And they got all the lights and everything. Anyway, there it is there. Beautiful. So check it out. Like, we've got lots of solar panels there on the top. They're hard to see in the dark here, but it looks like it's got them on either side like that. So anyway, maybe we can count up the number of solar panels and we can work out, could they have done a battery electric train? Oh, they've even got some music on the train as well. Love it. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure, but one of the DJs here, either it's this guy or the guy that was on the station, one of those guys is actually apparently a Tesla manager. He works there. So, yeah, he looks more like he'd work at Tesla, maybe, than the other dude on the station. I don't know. Maybe they both do. So yeah, you can see the giant screens on the end of the station there. Yeah, there's the other guy. So yeah, maybe he works at Tesla too. I don't know. Anyway, they're dropping some beats. Anyway, looks like he's having a whale of a time. It's a decent setup if he's just a hobbyist. Now, you might be thinking, Dave, like battery electric trains aren't a thing, right? Wrong. They are a thing. In fact, the Bombardier Talent comes in a battery electric version. I kid you not. Here it is here, Bombardier Talent 3 battery train, a new generation emission-free battery-powered electric multiple unit, the BEMU, manufactured by Bombardier Transport. There it is there. So they're like literally their new generation of this train. Musk is using the Generation 1 train, the Talent 1 from 2006. Didn't even spring for the Talent 2, let alone the Talent 3 battery electric train. Anyway, yeah, it's a variant of their Talent line that was unveiled in 2018. This is not new. It's been around a while, like 5 years now. The German rail company Vlex, they ordered 21 3-car Bombardier Talent electric multiple units. They've been running them since, well, 2017. No, it was beyond that. So 2016. So these are like... This is old school stuff. Anyway, it runs a maximum speed, 140 k's an hour, no worries. Maximum acceleration, 1.1 meters per second squared, and 169 seats. But, you know, most people, they'll pack them in, you know, stand up. It's not long. It's only 7.5K ride, as we'll see in a minute. It's fitted with MiTrack lithium-ion batteries here, and the benefits, blah, blah. Apparently 50% less noise is one of the things. So, you know, quieter ride. But the question we're going to answer here is, could that Talent 3 train actually be powered just from the energy from this array on top of the station here? Because if it can, then that's massive oopsie. And I'll link in this VDE study if you're interested, for those playing along at home. Battery systems are for multiple, like for battery powered trains and stuff, and they go into all sorts of details. It's fantastic. Battery electric trains are a thing. And here is the Talent. And we can actually get some data. So here it is from 2018. We've actually got some more detailed data on the battery pack. The battery pack solution developed by PrimeMove for tram and light rail applications is used. Optimized version of the PrimeMove Battery 50 consists of a battery system made of 2 parallel packs. Each pack is equipped with its own battery management system. The system has common thermal conditioning unit. Yeah, because they're up on the top, and they're going to get hot, of course. 2 battery packs each contain 12 modules. According to the data sheet, capacity of the packs is 49 kilowatt hours, but the total pack capacity is 440 kilowatt hours here for a nominal 100 kilometer range. But I've seen other data which shows that this train can do up to 150 kilometers. And the consumption for those playing along home, 4 to 8 kilowatt hours per kilometer. My IONIQ gets about 10 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So 1 kilowatt hour per kilometer, basically. So yeah, this is 4 to 8 times more than my IONIQ gets, but this can carry like hundreds of people instead of like 4 or 5 people. And if you're wondering what they actually make in the Berlin Gigafactory here, they make battery packs, powertrains, and seats, apparently. Seats are a thing, including casting, stamping, painting, drivetrain assembly, and final assembly of Model Y and future models, and stuff like that. So they make the batteries, and it looks like they do final assembly of Model Ys and things. So 4 billion euros. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's a big-ass factory, and they claim to have like 10,000 plus employees here. And they have more solar there at the Gigafactory too. They actually have V4 superchargers, and they've got this solar roof here. So we've got some drone footage of this, which we can have a look at. Whoa, let's go. Come on, let's speed this sucker up. Here's the Gigafactory. I thought this had solar panels on the roof as well. I think it's still under construction at this point. Oh, this is time-lapse assembly, is it? And there's the new station. Hadn't had its solar panels put on yet. Yeah, there's that solar-powered parking lot, but yeah, there it is there. Anyway, we won't take... Oh yeah, look, all the solar panels on the roof of the Gigafactory. There you go, right? But we won't take those into account. But it could, of course, get its power from those as well. I'm sure that has more than enough power. Anyway, I'll link that in. Right, so here's a map of the factory here, and I've actually mapped out how far it is from the station at Erkner over here. It turns out it's 7.6 kilometers. Please excuse the crudity of the model. Didn't have time to build it to scale or to paint it. Now, you can see that it was under construction down here, and you can actually see the solar panels down here. The groups of, looks like they come in arrays of 6 panels, and that's what we saw on top of the thing over here. There you go, 6 panel arrays like that, but they're on like 2 sides. So they're like a chevron shape like that. So they got them on both angles like that. Anyway, so the train travels out here like this, and it goes along the edge of this forest here, and it actually meets up with existing lines here. Anyway, it comes from Erkner station here. So this is the existing line which goes across here, and Tesla just have this branch line that comes off here. Now, these are actually existing electric lines, and we can actually see that here if we drop in, there you go. You can see the electric overhead line. So they already have a catenary system in place there. So really, Tesla only had to electrify like not much of this, right? To actually use a fully electrical train instead of an optically very bad diesel electric train. It just looks silly, right? So we're talking 2.6 kilometers. Now, the cost to install an overhead catenary system like that was hard to find data on, but it's in the order of $500,000 to like $1 million, or maybe even up to 2 per kilometer. So let's, split it down, 750 K, for example, get the confuser out here, times 2.61 kilometers. You're talking $2 million, right? So it would have cost them $2 million to electrify that line, just that section of line going into the stations. So were they being, Tesla tight asses and just didn't bother? And she'll be right, mate. No worries. Just whack a diesel electric on there. It's got electric in the title, doesn't it? No worries. But $2 million, it's a fair bit of coin, I guess. Although how much would it have cost to install all this anyway? So yeah, why they didn't convert it to electric and run and just join up with the existing line, I don't know. Anyway, how much does a Bombardier Talent 3 battery electric train cost? I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments down below. So I've done a rough back of the envelope calculation of how many panels that they've got on here. Now, it's hard to get an accurate count of how many solar panels they've got on top of here, but I count at least 50 double arrays like that of 6 each. So at least 50 times 12. Now, I don't think these are Tesla solar panels, because they, please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not going to do any more research on this, but they don't seem to do more like industrial kind of ones. So like they've only got like residential ones which don't look anything like this. So anyway, if you know what these ones, who actually manufactures these, then leave it in the comments down below. But we can do some ballpark, and that's going to be good enough for Australia. So assume each one of those panels is a nominal 400 watts, times that by 600, we're talking a 240 kilowatt nominal system. So let's use the NREL PV watts calculator here to try and get some data for near Erkner in Berlin here. So we've got the exact location, and well, let's give it a go. Let's go to complete system information. No, we've got a 240 kilowatt system, ray top, fixed open rack, fixed roof mount. System losses 14%, whatever. That was the default 20-degree tilt. They're not at that, but you know, let's, I don't know, 10 degrees, something like that. Oh, bugger, I've got an error. Oh, system losses. There you go. That's oh, look at all that. All right, we'll just leave it in there. It's a really comprehensive calculator. So we've got some advanced parameters. We don't need any of that jazz. Okay, and like a radiation loss in, it'll calculate this, so we won't have to put that in. So our figure just pops out here, 206,000 kilowatt hours per year, and that's taking into account all the seasonal variability at that exact location at the Gigafactory there. So we'll round that to 200,000 kilowatt hours per year. So divide that by 365, we're looking at about 550 kilowatt hours per day. So the article says it does up to 60 trips per day, and we know it's 7.6. So 60 times 7.6, we're talking 456 kilometers per day this thing has to travel. So at 450 odd kilometers and at 440 kilowatt hours for 100 kilometers travel, it looks like we do have to actually do this thing about, charge it full battery pack up about 4 times a day. So we'll look at the charging in a minute, but for 440 kilowatt hours per day, we're only getting, out of this solar array here, it looks like we're only getting 550 kilowatt hours per day. So right off the bat, no, I'm going to have to probably retract. It looks like I'm going to have to retract my offhanded comment that they could have powered a battery electric train just from those solar panels. Where, no, you need about 4 times the size of that. 4 times. On a good day, like on a good day in the middle of summer, you could probably do it though. But you have to factor in, of course, the seasonal variation. I'd say, yeah, at least 3 to 4 times that array you would need to power a battery electric train, assuming it's doing 60 trips per day for a total of 450 odd kilometers per day. You know, it's doable though. It's doable. Just install some more solar panels. She'll be right. Look at all the car park space and other stuff that they got here. The roads, they can cover this. They can do it easily. Come on, Bob's your uncle. Now, this is the Talent 3 battery train in usage. Now, it can charge. You can charge it at electrified terminals because it does have a catenary lift thing on the top. So you could actually like power this from the lines. In fact, you could actually do this, right? If we go back to the map here, right, you could easily, if the train just actually recharged the batteries for this little section here. So let's just get the total distance of this already electrified line. Remember, it's already electrified, don't have to pay anything. Well, you'd have to pay for the electricity you'd use from it, but it's 5 kilometers. So that 5 kilometer section, this train could easily charge on the go or charge when it's sitting at the station here. Because remember, they run services every 40 minutes, so it doesn't take 40 minutes to travel that 7.5 kilometers to the Gigafactory there. So most of the time, it's either going to be sitting, charging up at the station here, which could charge from those solar panels, or it's going to be, you know, all you'd have to do is install one little overhead section hooked up to the solar panels, and Bob's your uncle, right? Or at the station, it could actually be, and presumably, like, what does it sit in the sides? I don't know. It sits on a branch section. Yeah, it probably sits in that little branch section there or something. I don't know. But anyway, it could just sit there charging up at the station. It could easily do this. You could easily have one of these Talent 3 electric trains. Look at them. Beautiful battery electric train. They could have easily had this, right? They could have easily implemented this without upgrading the overhead line system on this track here. So yeah, that is just an absolute piss poor decision from Tesla. I mean, just the optics of this is just awful, right? The world's leader in battery manufacture, or one of the world's leaders in battery manufacture, the push to battery energy uses a diesel electric train. This is ridiculous. They could have easily just bought the same model train in a battery version, and they could have just charged it at either ends, and it can charge in 15 minutes. Apparently, it's one heck of a charging system in this, and it can, I have checked, it can actually charge while it's on the move as well. So it's designed specifically, the new Talent 3 train is designed specifically for, you can see the overhead catenary system there, okay, and it just pops up on the when you're on the electric part, when you're on the electrified part of the track, and just drops back down when you're not there. Unbelievable. So unfortunately, I was a little bit off on my initial just ballpark. You probably could have powered it from the solar panels on those roofs. No, it takes about 3, maybe 4 times. As I said, in the peak of summer, maybe on some really good days, you could actually power it just from the array on that roof. But it does need to be a little bit bigger, but still, it's easily possible, and they could have. They didn't have to electrify that line. They could have used a battery-powered train. You could have had the media win if you just bought one of these Bombardier Talent 3s. But no, they didn't decide to buy the Talent 3 or the Talent 2. They bought a Talent 1. Oh, they probably got it cheap. Bargain on eBay. The VT731 here, from the built in 2006, pumps out that diesel electric. It's got 315 kilowatt motors on them. It's a nice train, but you know, it ain't a battery electric train. So there you go. Complete fail, Tesla. That's just, the optics of that are just terrible. It's hilarious. Anyway, it's interesting doing the calculations on this. And as I said, you're welcome, Tesla. The invoice for my professional engineering consulting services will be in the mail. Look out for it. Anyway, thoughts and comments down below. Catch you next time.